4 takeaways from Washington's 27-20 loss to the Cowboys. Washington rallied back from a significant deficit but ultimately came up short against the Cowboys, losing 27-20 at FedEx Field. The defeat drops Washington to 6-7 on the season, while Dallas improved to 9-4 and took a commanding lead of the NFC East. Cowboys hang on to back up Mike McCarthy's bold words. "We're going to win this game. I'm confident in that," Cowboys coach Mike McCarthy said Thursday, strong words that would become a primary subplot of Sunday's NFC East showdown. Washington coach Ron Rivera suggested that McCarthy's comments were a mistake, because he unwittingly made the conversation about himself rather than his players, and then added, "We'll see what happens." What happened was a dominating performance by Dallas for 3 quarters followed by an almost stunning collapse, as Washington, with backup Kyle Allen at quarterback for most of the fourth quarter, turned what had been a 24-0 deficit into a 1-score game with 4 minutes remaining. The Cowboys ultimately hung on for a 27-20 win, ending Washington's 4-game winning streak and extending their NFC East lead to 3 games. The rematch is in 2 weeks at AT&T Stadium. Dallas's pass rush wreaks havoc. After completing a 14-yard pass to Adam Humphries on Washington's first play from scrimmage, Taylor Heineke was 1 for 11 for 4 yards and an interception over the rest of a nightmarish first half, which saw Rivera's squad finish with more penalty yards, 50, than total yards, 29. Heineke lost a fumble in the first quarter on a sack by rookie linebacker Micah Parsons, resulting in a 37-yard touchdown return by defensive end Durance Armstrong that gave the Cowboys an 18-0 lead. Heineke faced constant pressure from the Dallas defense, which welcomed the return of defensive end Randy Gregory from injury. Gregory made his presence felt, tipping a Heineke pass to himself for an interception that led to a Cowboys touchdown in the first quarter and registering a sack fumble of Allen with Washington driving for the potential tying touchdown in the final minutes. Heineke, who made ill-advised throws into coverage even when he had a clean pocket, finished 11 for 25 for 122 yards, 1 interception and 1 touchdown, a 43-yarder to Cam Sims. He gave way to Allen after injuring his knee on Dallas's 4th sack. Washington's defense gave it a chance. With little help from the offense for most of the day, Washington's defense did its best to keep the game from getting out of hand. Defensive coordinator Jack Del Rio's unit held the top-ranked Cowboys offense to fewer than 350 total yards for only the 3rd time this season and below their season average of 29.4 points per game despite being forced to defend short fields on multiple occasions. Washington intercepted Dak Prescott twice, including a pick-6 by linebacker Cole Holcomb in the 4th quarter that pulled Washington within 27-20. The defense made its share of mistakes, in the form of costly penalties and dropped interceptions, but it played well enough to win. Washington was without its top 4 defensive ends due to injury and COVID protocols, but it still managed to sack Prescott 4 times and limit Ezekiel Elliott to 45 yards on 12 carries. Running game never gets going. During its 4-game winning streak, Washington dominated time of possession with a ball control offense that relied heavily on running back Antonio Gibson and converting 3rd downs. Gibson, who was averaging 24 carries since the bye week, had only 6 yards on 4 attempts in the first quarter. He finished with 10 carries for 36 yards and a lost fumble on a 3rd quarter catch that led to a Cowboys field goal. Washington couldn't stay on the field, with only 1 drive longer than 5 plays in the first half. Wide receiver Terry McLaurin was held without a catch and left the game early in the second half with a concussion. Washington was 3 of 14 on 3rd down while Dallas converted on 7 of its 18 attempts. The result was an almost 9-minute advantage in time of possession for the Cowboys.